Now, some people will look and say, oh, it was nothing but cult and witchcraft. Okay, but there was enough enough data to suggest that whatever they were doing worked or could help them with the war effort. So they invested a lot of time and money into that. And that's not just, I was mentioning this because you said Germans, but other countries did the same thing. There's other countries that were always looking for that strategic advantage. What would it take for me to have a decisive advantage on the battlefield, in the battle space? So people say, well, why would they spend it? Look, our country did. But one of my colleagues, Hal Puthoff, the godfather of the U.S. government, the CIA's psychic espionage program. That's right. I just said psychic espionage program. Your tax dollars paid for programs like Stargate and Grill Flame before that and various other names before that. Why? Because there was some information to suggest that it worked. And oh, by the way, the Russians were doing the same thing. So people look at things and say, well, that's silly, that would never work. And it turns out that sometimes it does work. Look at the Navy SOSA, your Navy guy, the Navy SOSUS program back in the 50s. Who would have ever thought, well, I could just drop some microphones in the ocean and maybe I can listen to Russian submarines? It worked, right? So is it really that? Is it pseudoscience? Well, it's pseudoscience until it works. Now it's just science.
I mean, I also think that maybe as Americans, we're a little arrogant, thinking that that nobody else could have this kind of technology because we're so advanced, and maybe somebody else has it. And they're just not revealing it because they don't want to play the fucking world police.
Right.
We get ourselves involved in everything, and
we're
involved in everything.
Why would you want to tell somebody? Look, like we're in this wonderful room here, but if you're like me and sometimes paranoid. I've always have contingencies, and I have contingencies for contingencies. So if you were a country that had some super secret technology, would you want to advertise to the world that you have it? Well, it's
kind of what I'm getting at.
Right. So it is possible.
We think we're the smartest.
Right. But this is why I say
aren't.
temporally. I think now you're right, because we know that near-peer adversaries are absolutely ahead of us in certain areas. I won't say what they are, but we know that, and it's a problem for us. But if you go back to the end of World War II, we're really...
Who are some? Who are some that are?
I can't say that. I don't want. I don't want to. I want to let our folks in government do their job, and they don't need me spewing out vulnerabilities that we might have where other countries are ahead of us.